How's it going, Engearment folks? It's Kai, here to talk about more of Paka's essentials, and today we have what I believe to be one of the most essential wardrobe pieces, underwear. We have two pairs. We're going to be talking about the Paka Essentials Boxer Brief, super comfortable everyday pair of underwear, and then the more functional Paka's Active 2-inch trunk. This is going to be a bit more of an active piece. So let's get into these underwear and talk about their essentials. Paka's Essentials collection is a fantastic introduction to natural fibers. Like the entire brand, the core material in these underwear in all of the Essentials collection pieces is going to be alpaca fibers. Now, there are other materials as well, things like organic Pima cotton. These have tensile, a little bit of spandex as well, or different things like that to help in the actual functionality of the pieces. But the basis is going to be those natural fibers and, of course, alpaca. Now, the collection includes a bunch of essentials, things like this t-shirt, socks, underwear, those day-to-day things, those necessities that you really need for every day of your life. And the idea behind this collection is to really promote that higher level performance from day-to-day pieces with that little bit of alpaca inclusion and just comfort, being able to wear it anywhere, and a bit more luxury in what you were wearing in your day-to-day life. Now, these two pairs of underwear are a fantastic example of what that collection entails. The boxer brief is a bit more catered towards, again, just that day-to-day lounging comfort thing, whereas the trunk is a more active piece. It is an active trunk. Both of them have relatively similar material makeups, but there is a few slight differences. They're going to be just under half of their makeup is going to be tensile. About a third is going to be organic Pima cotton. 14% of both is going to be the alpaca fiber, and the last few percentages is going to be spandex. Now this has 5% spandex, which is almost all in this stretchy little waist belt. And this has a bit of give, but it's not really spandex. It's from their proprietary tri-blend of the three aforementioned materials. This is going to have a bit more spandex in it, and it's going to be 8%. So it's a little less cotton, a little less tensile, with a bit more spandex, which gives the actual trunk itself a bit more stretch, and then of course the spandex hip. But what that means is these are going to perform a little bit better, hug your body a bit tighter, and again, still incredibly comfortable, but not quite as loose and a bit more athletic and form-fitting, which I am a huge fan of. I've been out in both of these. They're both super comfortable to be running around in, but this is definitely more comfortable for those active days. Now, as far as sizing goes, I have about a 29-inch, 30-ish inch waist. The small fits me great. It is that it's not like large, it's not too small, so it's compressing everything in funny ways, but it is super comfortable, it's super snug. I've been really liking it. They both have a nice three-dimensional design, which I won't really be able to show off super well on camera, but there is space for your nether regions to have breathing room, to be held in a way that is comfortable, which if you're a guy, it is important to have good underwear when you're out and about, whether that's for a day-to-day life or when you're being active. Now, the main difference in these from a non-material standpoint is going to be this has, you know, your little pocket thing, which can be super nice. This doesn't. This is just flat seamed, so it's gonna stay more stable on your body, and that is part of what makes it a better active piece. And then both of these are gonna have nice, super comfortable flat seams, even more so on this because there's less seam work to be done. You don't feel this really when you're wearing it. You feel the waist belt being secure, and you feel comfort, you feel security, but you're not feeling any compression. It just feels like you have a nice cloud on for underwear instead of an actual clothing piece, which I'm a huge fan of. Now, because they are both made of cotton, they're not going to have the most extreme moisture handling capabilities, but for cotton underwear, they are fantastic at it. That 14% alpaca is going to go a very long way in moisture management, and they're still comfortable when they are wet, which is not true of a lot of different materials. I have sweat in both of these. I have really put them to the test, and not only do they dry off quicker than most cotton underwear, but they also smell better. The alpaca fiber is a naturally deodorizing material. It helps just get all those funky smells out of the way, and especially if you're someone like me. Most of my sweat is going to be on my feet and in my nether regions, and these help manage that, which is super awesome, super comfortable, especially for days out hiking, days that are just super hot. And even when it's not like an active day, if you're out and about in Colorado's weather right now, which has been ridiculous, you want a pair of underwear that will help you manage that sweat. Now, the last few things of temperature or featureability we'll talk about is the sink into nature. I've clearly been wearing these, but it helps with the thermoregulation. It's one of Paka's proprietary technologies. And then the other super cool thing is that they are sourcing their materials from mills that are using certified dyes that are better for the environment, better for you, which, that extra bit of care in what they're doing and how they're sourcing their material is super important, at least to me. I think it's super valuable. Now, where do you want to wear these pieces? What are they for? These aren't all around everyday thing, right? They're for lounging in, you can wear them to the gym. I wouldn't necessarily choose these as my first pick for a longer backcountry day, but they'll still perform on those high output days. They are incredibly comfortable. I will sleep in these all the time. They're so soft, which is super nice. And again, they have that smell regulation, so they're a great piece to take traveling. I I know I will push this point in almost every video I do about alpaca, but that smell regulation for traveling is so important because you can wear these for a day, leave them out overnight, and they will no longer smell, which is so nice when you need to pack fewer things. Now, the 2-inch active trunks are going to be a bit more geared towards more of an active lifestyle, right? Still that day-to-day piece, still wearable all the time, but you can run in these more comfortably. You will feel more secure in these. Just as a point of personal preference, I prefer more athletic underwear, and so these are going to be perfect for that. But either way, whether you want something more comfortable, something more athletic, these come in a longer size as well. So if you prefer that lower down fit and cut, you have an option. But either way, these are fantastic high comfort pieces. And if you are looking to kind of get your wardrobe a bit more upgraded, keep your essentials at that slightly more luxurious, higher end level, Paka's Essentials collection is a great place to be looking. And both their boxer brief and their active trunks will be a fantastic addition to your wardrobe.